Hello, my name is Sun Lee. I'm a clinical researcher at DEEPNOID, and I'm here to share what we do at DEEPNOID and how our approach is a pathway to clinician-led development of medical AI. First, I'll be sharing a little bit about DEEPNOID, then I'll explain the potentials and evidence of how AI can improve healthcare and population health by introducing some of our latest deep learning research and findings from clinical trials. Last, we'll share some examples of how these algorithms can be developed easily and without coding with the GUI-based deep learning tool that we developed, Defy. DeepNoid is a medical AI platform company. We build a medical AI ecosystem with an all-in-one platform that enables the entire process of medical AI solution development from research to clinical application. Why medical AI ecosystem, you might ask? Because we are committed to improving population health and quality of life through AI. And with medical AI ecosystem, we believe this goal can be realized. I'll explain in more details what this means shortly. Before that, here are some of our achievements in numbers. We have obtained 17 medical AI products licensed by the Korean Ministry of Food and Drug Safety, which is by far the largest collection of medical AI products among medical AI companies in South Korea. We collaborate with a variety of stakeholders such as hospitals, government agencies, and global partners like Novartis. The medical AI ecosystem that I've been referring to is a platform that enables the entire process ranging from AI research, commercialization, and clinical application. The all-in-one platform consists of two lines of strategies. First, medical AI platforms for making research more accessible, and second, clinical decision supporting systems for readily applying AI in clinical settings. Through Defy, an open platform for medical AI research, researchers can develop AI models easily without coding, and the resulting products can be registered in Deep Store, an online marketplace. Customers such as clinicians can then subscribe and use Deep AI, the AI solutions in real clinical settings on DeepPACS, a picture archiving and communication system of medical images. Unlike the traditional PACS software, DeepPACS is optimized for the use of AI solutions in clinical settings. This is a sustainable and efficient cycle that we aim to establish for clinician involvement and leadership in the development of medical AI. Now it has several lines of products categorized by the body part. As you can see here, numerous AI products can be developed quickly and innovatively if more and more clinicians take charge in AI development. This has led to AI solutions for brain, teeth, lung, chest, breast, spine, stomach, and pathological images. Among those research areas, our main AI product lines are shown here. Some of the functions of the Deep Spine series include detection of suspected compression fracture and measurement of the cuff's angles in X-rays. Deep Neuro can capture the suspected cerebral aneurysm area. Deep Lung series can provide information about the lung nodule from the low-dose chest CT. Lastly, Deep Chest series calculates cardiothoracic ratio and detect pulmonary disease areas. When we develop AI products, first and foremost, we consider its clinical applicability. We need to develop something that is useful for healthcare providers and in turn for patients. We ask a question, how can AI help improve population health? Currently, we are focusing on two ways that AI can improve health. First, by reducing workloads and minimizing time consumed by healthcare providers. Second, by creating a product that can capture what may be missed by clinicians and allow early detection of diseases. This way, healthcare providers can provide better quality of care and spend more time on each patient and carry out optimal disease management. Then how can AI reduce workloads of clinicians? We can build a solution that automates the work of clinicians. These works can be something that is trivial or require clinical expertise, but even if the task is not difficult, by automation, we can reduce workloads. For example, We have developed a deep learning-based algorithm that calculates the Cobb's angle automatically. Cobb's angle is the most common measurement for the diagnosis of scoliosis. It involves estimating the angle between the two tangents of the upper and lower end plates of the upper and lower end vertebra, respectively. The Cobb's angle between 10 to 20 degrees is considered mild, between 20 and 40 is moderate, greater than 40 is severe scoliosis. Currently, the measurement is done manually by clinicians and results in a large inter-observer or intra-observer errors. You can also see how the automation of such process would greatly reduce the time consumed by the clinicians. Another example is for automation of identifying vertebral compression fracture in X-rays and calculating compression percentage. Identifying vertebral fracture is not hard, but it is time-consuming because of the number of vertebrae in a single X-ray. Further, calculation of compression percentage is even more time-consuming. How do we build these algorithms? We teach machines to mimic what clinicians actually do. This image describes the steps to detect and segment of lumbar vertebrae for compression fracture evaluation. They consist of pose-driven learning to identify the 5 lumbar vertebrae, MNET-based segmentation of the vertebrae, and subsequent fine-tuning of the segmentation results with the level set method. As you can see here, we set 2 stage functions to first generate a confidence map for the center of L5, and then generate a confidence map for centers of all vertebrae. We do this by identifying local maxima in the confidence map and removing false positives with lower confidence. By starting with the L5, we can accurately identify all lumbar vertebrae and not confuse with the thoracic vertebrae, which are very similar to lumbar vertebrae in shape. This is also what a radiologist does. A radiologist identifies structures of interest in an image with a local and global information it provides. With knowledge of center positions of the lumbar vertebrae, we can take bounding box with a certain height and width. And with the MNET, we conduct segmentation. MNET is based on UNET, but with multi-scale inputs, as in pyramid features. Using the segmentation results, we can use a classical computer vision method, a level set method, to fine-tune for the final segmentation. The level set method utilizes surface in a plane to compute contours that consider the moments of the surface. Now that we saw how algorithms can reduce clinicians' workloads by automating their tasks, let's see how they can improve diagnostic accuracy of clinicians. For example, we have developed algorithms that detect various consolidation-related diseases and pneumothorax in chest X-rays. The X-rays are inexpensive, so improved accuracy of diagnosis using X-rays precludes the need for expensive MRIs and CT scans. The heat map can also point to where the model extracts the information about the disease. From a recent clinical trial, our chest algorithm scored sensitivity and specificity well above general clinicians. Notably, when we compare the predictions for localization with the ground truth, about 98 and 99% of the pairs were true positive, suggesting a very high accuracy for localization of the disease. For another example, we have developed an algorithm that detects intracranial aneurysm. Using time-of-flight MRA, the algorithm first samples the MRA to images of certain size, then segment 3D vessel portion of the image, as that is where we find aneurysm. Then we conduct data augmentation to increase the variability of the data to allow learning generalized features. Next, 3D patches of a certain size were extracted and put into 3D resonant classification for the final output of the bounding box of aneurysm. With the internal and external test sets, we found that the model achieves sensitivity of about 86%, positive predictive value of 92%, and specificity of about 95% when averaging the 2 data sets. Of course, the 2 findings I just mentioned are standalone studies where we assess the performance of a model alone. This by itself does not provide evidence that AI can improve diagnostic accuracy of clinicians. To see if AI can improve diagnostic accuracy, we compare clinicians' performance when they diagnose with or without the help of AI. In this another study, neuroRadiologist, a radiology resident, a neurosurgeon, and a neurologist were evaluated in their diagnostic accuracy with and without the help from AI. The results shed light on the potentials of AI as the algorithm improved on various measures of performance. The algorithm improved sensitivity per image and sensitivity per lesion for the neurologist, neurosurgeon, and a radiology resident, which suggests that AI is helping to reduce false negative findings. If used in a clinical setting, more patients with aneurysm may be correctly diagnosed and will be given an optimal treatment plan. As we saw what is possible with AI as a clinical decision supporting tool, we make a claim that medical AI will be improved if more clinicians can take charge in developing these AI tools. And we believe this is possible if we provide an easily accessible platform. Defy is exactly what we developed to achieve this goal. It is a deep learning development platform where those without extensive knowledge of coding can design and validate AI algorithms. With a wide variety of data processing modules and deep learning networks on a web-based GUI, you can create AI algorithm and also customize any module if you need. Here's a page showing a simple algorithm that classifies COVID-19 and other types of pneumonia from chest x-rays. In just a few clicks, drag and drop, you can get a taste of how deep learning can be used to help medicine. Defy then provides a summary of performance of this model by each epoch so that you can monitor and search for the optimal hyperparameter for your model. If you have some coding experience and want to incorporate some new techniques in the default modules, you can always customize or create your own modules as we show here. You can also share modules with others so everyone can benefit from it. Let me give two examples of Defy development of AI algorithms. First, using PET images, brain amyloid plaque load classification algorithm has been built with Defy. If a clinician has some data and an algorithm plan, developing it can be easily realized in Defy as shown on the right. This particular algorithm is even registered on DeepStore, the marketplace. Second, using Defy, a classification algorithm for malignant pulmonary nodules in pathologically confirmed CT has been developed. An algorithm with VGG19 scored high 90s in sensitivity, specificity, positive and negative predictive value, and performed best among other algorithms. This study showed that a clinician without coding expertise can develop deep learning models and easily compare across various methods to determine which works best. AI can improve healthcare quality and population health by automating tedious tasks and helping clinicians diagnose and treat. But the true realization of the widespread use of AI in medicine, the development needs to be available also for clinicians who generally are without knowledge of coding. With Defy, we aim to enable clinician-led development of medical AI. So if you want to join us, contact anytime at DeepNoid. Thanks for listening.